Okay, so today we're doing front wheel bearings on a 2006 Lexus sc430. This is not a very DIY friendly job. It's a huge pain in the butt, and you'll need some quite a few actually, specialty tools for it first. But just getting it off is pretty easy. You can hear those are brakes, but wheel bearing's noisy too. How you can tell is, maybe give it up some wiggles, moves around, no good. If it's super loud, no good. But this is how to replace them and not how to know if they are bad. So the first thing we need to do is take the wheel off. You'll need a 21mm socket and a breaker bar or an impact. If you're using a breaker bar, you want to keep it on the ground or have somebody press the brakes inside. Either way works, whichever you prefer, but impact is easier. And I'm going to be using an impact for probably most of this video just to make it faster. But you don't have to. You can use a ratchet or a breaker bar or wrenches, your fingers if you're really strong. But anyway, let's get into it. Oh, and the sockets you'll need, I'm pretty sure all you'll need is 21 to get the wheel off, 19, 17 and 18, 17, 18, 19, 21, and I think a 14. One of the ones in the 17, 18, 19 are, you don't need them, but I can't remember what sizes we needed, so I got all three of them. That one was tight. Okay, so let's get this wheel out of here. Oh, geez. You'll also need to jack up the car, obviously, and put it on jack stands. Let me show you where the jacking point is. It's that thing right there. See, there's an oil pan. Don't do that, but right behind it. That's where you're supposed to jack the car up from. So I know you're not really going to be able to see on a lot of this, but that's okay. So now we need to take off the brake caliper, which is this thingy right here. And for that, you'll need 14mm. Stick that, put it off to the side. We can just take this now. It's being mean, so I'm going to take off the bottom one too. But you don't have to, you should just be able to slide it out. Jesus. Well, now it wants to move. Come on. And there we go. See, it just slid on out. Okay. Put that on. Let me put this in the section. Come Come on, stupid. I put you on the other one. Let me see where I put it on the other side. Because this is not. So now we need to take the brake caliper bracket off, which is this piece. And for that, I believe this thing needs to get out of here. Stay. Looks like a 17. And it is. These things are pretty tight, and there's not going to be enough room for an impact, so use a breaker bar or a large-ish ratchet. Again, 17 millimeter. This cat's pooping. Come on. Let's go get a friendly neighborhood jack handle. Hold on. Alright. We got our friendly neighborhood jack handle, and now we should be able to get this off. Position. My gosh, who put this on last? Okay, we broke it loose. Let's go ahead and break loose the bottom one. Well, we have our jack handle. On the ready. Holy shit. Shit is tight.
Osiris.
Got that broken loose. Sounds like the dogs are fighting. That's fine. Okay. Now these come off nice and easy. Those things are really tight. At least they were on this car. We got time for this. Just take this off and set it aside. You can leave the brake pads on there too if you want. Alright, now when you get the rotor off, okay, I'm going to get a bolt. I'm just going to throw it right into that hole, and it should come off pretty easily. Let me go grab my bolt. I don't know what size bolt this is, but so it doesn't freaking work. What's on the other side? Okay, I got it started. And look at how easy that made it. Needs to come out.
Come on! Hello, children! Come on! Zoe, no Cyrus.
Okay, now we need to take this upper ball joint bolt off right here. This tie rod, you see? I don't know why they're yelling. So goddamn fool, that's why. But I'm gonna take the tie rod, that upper ball joint, and then these two bolts down here. This one and this one. And that's it. These things have little clips.
You're exploding more shit over here.
No, I'm taking off this thing. That's a 17, by the way. We'll have to get a puller on that. Let's take the Lexus tire on next. Need a puller on that too. You can use pullers, or you can also just beat the shit out of them with a hammer. But pullers are easy. Let me go get it. Some puller for the tire on. Go ahead and put the nut back on so you don't screw up the threads. Have it in the turn wheel. Got it. I screwed up that castle nut. That's no good. But thankfully I'm replacing the upper ball joint, so it shouldn't matter much. Let's see if I can get this off. It's pretty mangled. Just turn it off my hand. Yeah, that's my bad. I didn't make sure it was all the way down. Look at that. It's goofed. That's okay though. Like I said, I'm replacing the upper ball joint, so it shouldn't matter much. Okay, got tie rod off. Now let's get this upper ball joint off. This one was kind of tough, as I recall. There it went. Should have just used a wrench in the first place.
Do you know if there's any bug spray anywhere?
No, there's no bug spray nowhere.
Have you looked?
No, and I'm not going to because there isn't any.
Well, I was just wondering if you looked, because you're out here all the time getting eaten up by the damn skeeter, so I would have thought you would have looked. So that's why I asked you that question, but I guess you didn't. Yeah, there is some fucking bug spray. Deep woods off bug spray.
Okay.
David, you could lose and not get
Make sure to take the wheel speed sensor out, or the. Actually, I think that's the anti-lock brake system thing. Come on. There we go. Man, who covered that thing in grease? Do not understand. Put you back in here for safekeeping. That was a 10mm, by the way. And that one's not on very tight at all. Alright, 17. Lefty loosey, these two at the bottom now. And we'll be free. Square.
Here, David, did you end up not wanting to get eaten alive?
Okay.
There's some bug spray, dude. They hoard that Saturn for some reason.
They're not bothering me.
Maybe because I smell it.
Okay. And we're clear. Alright. So, only 20 minutes in, we've done the easiest part. So now what we need to do is we need to take this off, and there's not a huge lip, so you can't really get a pry bar in there. But if you have like a Mayhew pry driver, or just like a flathead screwdriver, you can just pop that up. Let me go get one. Two choices and a hammer. Start with the smaller one. Let's look for where the biggest gap is. Seems fairly uniform. Let's go right here, why not? So I'm just getting the screwdriver up under the lip and giving it some taps with the hammer. It's kind of hard to get off. Getting somewhere. Alright, here we go. Now we're cooking. Up. We're cooked. And we have a little lip here, so we're just working that. Or not a little lip, but we got a little gap now, and we're just working it around. No, it's way too blunt. This screwdriver is very weak. Should have made a better choice at the damn toolbox, apparently. I think I'll do that now. Well, actually, I might be able to get it with this. Let's see. Alright, we got a gap on all sides, I do believe. Let's try to get this big guy in here. That's where we can give it a... Yep, there we go. Got it off. Alright, so now we're going to need 36mm socket. And honestly, it's going to be pretty darn hard to get this off without an impact. Because what's happening here is, it's an axle nut, and it's what holds the hub in. And, the hub spins. And you can't really do it on the car because the shock's in the way. And all the shock mounting brackets and stuff. So, if you don't have an impact, you can try to kind of stick a big screwdriver or pry bar in between the wheel spokes and hold it while you use a breaker bar on your axle nut. Or you could just go buy an impact and have it off lickety split. Let me go get my socket. Check it. Done deal. That fast. Done. Oh, and oops. And if you don't have an impact, you'll want to push out the little popper guy here, just with a punch. But if you have an impact, you can just send it off with the impact, no problem. Okay. You know what I should have done? I forgot to take this dust shield off while it was on the car. So what these are There's 4 nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4 over there. They're a 10 millimeter or a T27. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a T27 nut driver thing, you know, like a screwdriver where you can interchange them, the tips. I'm just going to take one of those and a 1/4 inch wrench, or maybe I should just do, I'll just use a 10 millimeter wrench. I don't know why I'm trying to make it more complicated than it needs to be. But you can also, you know, use a 1/4 inch wrench on those nut drivers, and you know, use a wrench. So let me get a 10 millimeter real quick. And you'll want to use a wrench because you're not really going to have the clearance for a ratchet. I mean, this is a 1/2 inch ratchet, but I mean, still, you know, it don't even fit. So yeah, not even my quarters with extra shallow sockets will fit. So yeah, just use a wrench. It's pretty easy. These aren't on there super tight or anything. Just break them loose with the wrench. And you can should be able to just spin them out by hand pretty easily. You could also use a ratcheting wrench if you wanted to, but I find my hand to be quicker generally. Alright. One, two. This one needs some more wrench. Stuck on a hard spot on this one. Need even more wrench on this one. This one's kind of tight. Maybe it's because I was putting pressure on it. There we go. Got them all out, and it's free. Not that it really matters, because to get it off, you have to take the hub off, but one thing at a time. Let's go ahead and get the this little gear thing in there. That is the anti-lock brake, whatever you call it. And pay attention to the orientation here. The lip is on the outside. I'm just going to go in this hole with a screwdriver and hopefully pop it out. Nope. Try the small one. Nope. Try it with the old fingies, and we got it with the fingers. I'm not sure why it's all greased. These things, I'm pretty sure these things are not supposed to be greased. I think whoever did this job on us just kind of went ham with the grease. So, alright, now it's time for specialty tools. Woohoo! Not. I'll link all the tools I'm using in the description. They're kind of expensive, not gonna lie. Let me bring you, well, let me move it, talk. Alright. Get that crap out of here. Come on, stupid phone. I've tried about everything you can to get this out. I've tried to press. There's nothing to press against because this hub's so big. You have this thing right here, and you have this thing. And they are on the same side. So you can't press it out. I tried hitting it with an air hammer. It's way too tight for that, and I have a big boy air hammer too. So yeah, you need this thing from Astro. Thank God for Astro, right? This thing's pretty expensive. It's like 130 bucks, but well, you can't get it off without it, basically. It's called a hub and a drum brake or rotor or something like that, puller. And yeah, it has these little like set screw things, and then it has a big screw. Everything on here is 1 1/4 inch, so you'll need an 1 1/4 inch wrench and an 1 1/4 inch socket to get this stuff off. Where we're going to put these little grippers is we are going to put one right here and one right here. That's basically the only spot to put them. And you cannot use a 3-jaw for this because this has absolutely nothing on it. There's like not even 1/8 of an inch of metal here, and no matter where you put it, you're basically always going to be within this section. So yeah, you need a 2, and you also need it to be going really deep. Like you can't just have like a 1/4 inch or something, because these things are like oddly shaped and all that crap. So you have to have it going really deep and all that. Basically, you need this Astro thing. Link will be in the description. So we push it into where we want it, and then we set the set screw. Push it into where we want it, and set the set screw. Try to make sure it's as even as possible, but it doesn't really matter all that much, to be honest. We got 1 1/4 inch and an 1 1/4 inch wrench. Again, I'm going to use an impact, but you don't have to. Impact just makes it faster. Trying to think of if I forgot anything. Hopefully not. But if I did, we'll find out. So I got the wrench on, got the impact on, and loud noise this time. That was reverse. What is going on here? I'm not on the nut. Alright, we're tight, and here we go. Got it. What are you yelling about?
You said you got it.
I was talking to the people.
Huh?
I'm making a video.
You're making what?
A video on how to do this because it's such a pain in the ass.
I'm sorry I yelled at you.
It doesn't matter. Alright, so got it off. Set screws. Undone. Pull them off. Set it aside. You won't need it anymore. If you're gonna reuse the hub, or try to anyway, this crap out of here. So you need to get this off. They make pullers for it, but there's basically no lip on here, so good luck with that. I would just buy a new hub. To be honest, if you're gonna do it, just get a new hub. Yeah. But there's ways to get it off. You can use all sorts of stuff. You can try to cut it off. You can do whatever you want. But I got a new hub because they came with my bearings, and well, it was cheaper to get. I got a Koyo bearings. Koyo? I don't know, but I got the OEM manufacturer bearings, and it was the same price to get it with the hubs as getting it without the hubs, and the wheel seals too. You'll need those wheel seals, which are these things, and we're gonna get that out with a punch. Here's my punch. Here's my punch. Where's my hammer? There's my hammer. Okay, so basically what we're going to do, take the punch, get it on the inside edge here, and just whack the crap out of it. Is that it? Nope. Man, this thing might be rusted in here pretty good. Let's keep going. You can also put this in a vise to make it easier. Do you need help, Duckle?
No, it's not.
Okay. Putting it in a vise will make it easier, but I don't really want to walk over to the vise, so I'm just going to do it on the ground. It should work, hopefully. There it went. So, yeah, there's no reusing these things. Look. Well, you can't really see, but it's all bent to crap. You can't really take them off without messing them up. And they are not very expensive to buy either. They're pretty cheap. They actually came with the set I got. So, alright, the next thing we'll need is some needle nose vice grips. And you definitely need vice grips or like ratcheting. Shoot, what am I thinking? Like ratcheting snap ring pliers or something. But needle nose vice grips work really good. And you'll also need a screwdriver. And you'll want to put safety glasses on for this. I don't know where I put mine, so I'm not going to put them on. And this is a very, very beefy snap ring. This thing is super strong. Got it. Ooh. Didn't need the screwdriver actually. But look at how thick this thing is, guys. Yeah. That's a big boy. I tried using some regular snap ring pliers and I bent the tips to crap on them. So that's unfortunate. Alright. So now the second and third, really, specialty tools we'll need is a that's like a hub puller set with a screw, and all we're using it for is the little, I don't know what you call them, but those little thingies it comes with for like the bearings and stuff. I tried using the screw and well, it just wasn't strong enough. It's not broken or anything, but I mean, like, look at the washer, it's all bent up, and it just, I used a Milwaukee half-inch, their last generation, the 2767, and it was not enough. So really you need a press. This is the one I'm using, happens to be a 12-ton press from Harbor Freight. So let's pick our guys. So the bearing comes out this way, so you'll need a cup that kind of fits on there. This one should suffice. Yeah, that should work. Okay. Can you see? There's a little bit of a lip around the edge so the bearing can come out. And you don't want it to be like all the way down, because then on this one the bearing doesn't have enough room. It's a very thick bearing. So you want it to be kind of on the outside, just, yeah. And then you'll want to find your back, I don't know what you call it, cup thing, I guess. And yeah. Was this the right one, actually? Oh, I was using the wrong one. Try to get it in there. I'm a fool. This is the correct one. I didn't put them back in the correct spot. This one is the right one. And it just fits like a glove. What you see? See? It's like a glove. Alright. That makes me feel better. Thought these might be like different spindles or knuckles or whatever. That was eventful. I'm gonna go ahead and get the bigger cup. That's what I did last time. Kind of did it in stages. That seemed to work better than this. Yeah. Alright, so I got the big cup on. And whenever it gets real hard to push, we know it's flat, and then we'll have to move to that slightly smaller cup. Alright. There we go. Again. Did I break the jack? I think I might have broke the fucking jack. Hold on now. serious? Oh. No, I just topped it out. That was kind of scary. I guess we'll have to go to the top line. Sorry, guys. I was wrong. Dropping stuff. Alright. Let's continue pressing. You can see where we're at. We're just flush with it. God. I'm going to take all the jack out of the jack. Alright. Here we go. Here we go. Go ahead and put my glasses back on. Alright, it got really hard to press, so I'm going to go ahead and assume that means we're bottom out on this one. That's to confirm. And I was correct, as you can tell. So now you get the slightly larger one. And we'll definitely have to go to the second rung for this. Guess that's what I was thinking of. Alright. This should be the final press to get this stupid little bearing out. And then we'll have to put it back in. Whoopee. Excuse me. Is that free? Alright, I think we're free. Yep. And a clear stern knuckle. Whatever this thing's called now. Boom. Alright, so now let's give this a wipe out. It's covered in grease and all sorts of crap we don't want. Hit it with some brake clean. Dang, where's my other paper towel? Give this a quick little wipe down. Try to get any residual brake cleaner out of there. Don't want it to mess with anything or something like that. Alright, that's good enough. Trying to make sure there's no paper towel in there. Get this old bearing out of here. Set the new bearing in. Where is it? Here it is. Clio, made in Japan. Part number doesn't want to focus, but they ship with this white thing in them, and you got to take that out. So what I do is I just kind of push on it, then get my fingers all up in the bearing hole. How nice. Didn't mean to push on it that hard, but anyway, you take the inner race out, and you take some pliers, and just give it a pull. And we can go ahead and put that inner race back in. Get some. You guys fell. Thankfully, wasn't a very hard fall. So, that's good. Yeah. Got our bearing, got the whatever you call it out in the middle of it. Got to press it in. Yeah, that's the one. So this is the one we need now to push from the other side, because like I said, it's you know, like a taper thing. Alright, here we go. Here goes nothing. I think we're in now. All the way. Oh yeah, that's good. You probably can't. No, y'all aren't going to be able to see this at all. But I'll take my word for it. We're all the way in. and this stupid thing is stuck. Where's my punch? I ended up getting the thing out of there by beating the crap out of it with this socket. Hopefully I didn't mess up the damn wheel bearing. But it's out. Okay. Now what we gotta do is we gotta put the snap ring in. Might have been too much. Tightened in it. Got it. Just barely. Okay, we are all up in that groove. Next up is wheel seal. Just put it in there, take one of these, try to get it in there the best I can, then I lock the crap out of it with a hammer. Flush and pretty. Alright, now we got to put the rotor plate thing back on. There it is. Put it on the correct direction. We're just going to match up the holes here. Boom. Alright, got it in the correct orientation here. Alright, what's next? Wheel seal, snap ring, thing. Now it's time for the hub. Ouch. Alright. So that means, you guessed it, it's time for more pressing. If you guys are having trouble, you can also put these hubs in the freezer overnight, and that'll shrink them a little bit. But I didn't find it too hard to get it on. So after I get this pressed on, I'm going to clean up and I'm going to be done for the night. There's my plate. Using the biggest one here. No. Using the second biggest one. Basically, you just want it bigger than the little hole in between the studs. Boom. Shut that up. Looking good. We need to put these in a racing. shit, I fucked up. God damn it. You have to put the damn inner race in before. You gotta do it before. What was I thinking? Alright, we got the wheel sew out, and we must buggered it up pretty good. I'm not sure if y'all can see that, but we got a new one. So. And we didn't have to take the snap ring out. Yeah, we didn't have to take the snap ring out, so that's good. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, we got a new one from AutoZone. There's the part number on them. Should be the right one. We hammered the wheel seal back to hopefully get enough status. Or your 36mm socket. We go ahead. These shield bolts back on. They are supposed to be torqued to 8.3 Newton meter. So you'll need a 10mm crow's foot, and honestly, you could just kind of get them hand tied and that would be fine. But we have a torque wrench, so we're going to use it. Okay. Got them all torqued up. Alright. We got it spinning. But, I'm not sure that actually matters since the axle nut's going on it anyway. I just thought of that, well, basically right now. But, anyways, my socket wasn't on straight apparently, and I kind of buggered up the end of this, so had to clean that up. But, let's get that axle nut on. It is, golly, 199 Newton meters. What did they choose? Alright, I got it in the vise. Got a towel around the threads. Hopefully it's not too tight. We got the nut down as much as it wants to go. Let's get our socket here. Boom, our 36 is on there. Ouch. Let's get our torque wrench set. 199 Newton meter. Yes. Check it just to make sure. Good. Alright. Bam. Now we got our, scratch our leg first. We got our knuckle, our little guy in. Gotta knock this. This is the most difficult axle nut to punch in I've ever had the displeasure of dealing with. thinking about using a damn air hammer. Let me get this punched in and I'll tell y'all how I did it. Ended up having to use an air hammer. This car sucks. This is take it to the mechanic job and then tip your damn mechanic, because this is some bullshit type of crap. And I've done other pressing bearings. None of them have been this much of a pain in the ass. Alright. Especially that axle. Or not the axle. I guess it'd be like, what, a hub nut? I don't know. Especially that nut. I've never messed with it. It's so dang hard to press in. But the air hammer made pretty short work of it. So let's put this dust cover on. That was easy, at least. Alright, now I believe all we need to do is put this demon spawn back on the car. So let's do it. Alright, my phone's almost dead, so we may not make it to the end. I replaced the upper ball joint here, and let me tell you, this was a pain in the fucking ass. They want you to take the shock out, but you don't have to. You can just press up on it with the jack to get the springs in the right place. But it's really hard to get it pushed in there, and it's even harder to do with the damn bolts. But anyways, let's get this upper ball joint on first. Come on. Come on, you bastard. Get in there. Don't fall, don't fall. What the hell is that? It's heavy. Throw it on here. Good. Hold on. Alright, I'm like 98.5% sure these short guys here with the threads smaller compare. Oh no, I'm 100% sure. Yeah, because this one has anti-seize on it. So this one goes at the bottom, and this one goes at the caliper bracket. So don't get those two confused, because they do look mighty similar. Come on. We'll we'll torque all these at the end. So don't worry. We're gonna torque them, just not doing it right this second. Let's get our tire on in here. Boom. One off of this ABS thingy. Oops. Left it in there. It's just this little 10mm here. Just a little guy. Come on, thread. What else is there? What's this? Brake caliper, but we'll do that later. Okay. Now let's get to torquing stuff. They say you're supposed to torque suspension components with the weight of the car on them. So how you do that is you just jack up under the ball joint. But on these things, it shouldn't make a difference with how they are. They're not going to be really under any more or less tension, I think. So let's get it. This anti-lock brake thing is 7.8 Newton meters, which is higher than I would have thought for that. It is a 10mm. Come on. We're going to need an extension. Extensions do not mess with your torque wrench. Unless you have an absolutely terrible extension. Should have ran this in with the electric ratchet. Alright, now it's it. Okay. Got them torqued. Let's go to the two bottoms now. These two bottom ones are to be torqued to 113 Newton meters. Where's my socket? Oh, there it is. Just gonna snug these up with the impact here. What is this? Oh, still set to the 7.8. 113 is what we need it to be at. good. Again, gonna need the extension because this thing, that was louder than I thought it would be. Pulling easier. Oh hell, that should be enough. No, there's... that ain't right. What is going on here? No. It appears that this is actually a terrible extension. It's just twisting. USA made too. Hot garbage. Let's use this one. This one is quite a bit thicker. And, you know, maybe it wasn't, maybe just 100 and whatever Newton meters is just way more than I thought. It's just way more than I thought. Okay. Good. Shoot, I dirtied it. Where? Forgot the tie rod. Forgot to put the tie rod on here. That's unfortunate. Upper ball joint's 87 Newton meters. Let's go ahead and do that one. Can't believe I forgot to put the tie rod. That's going to be a 19, of course, because it's a new one. And bring it down. Seven. There we go. What? No, 87. Why did I set the beat to like 10? Huh. Let me look up that torque spec for that tie rod real quick. I'm not sure why I took the tie rod off. You don't have to. The tie rod's attached to that lower portion, but anyways, it's kind of weird. I don't know why I did that, but nonetheless, the torque spec is the same as the top one, 87 Newton meter. This is a 19. That's a 17. I was like, why is this not working? Okay. I got y'all on the charger, by the way. I'm going to go a little bit more to get the whole things to line up. Is that enough? A little more. And that should be good. Alright, these clips are kind of weird. Look like that, but you just push them in. Push them through the hole like the regular cotter pin. And golly, what? That ain't gonna work. It's not even. Where is my cotter pin? Yeah, what? Well, I guess that'll work. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So on the standard cotter pins, you gotta get them in there. That's step one. Then you just take them, generally with a set of pliers. And all I can have handy is a screwdriver, and you have to bend them. Doesn't really matter all that much how you bend them. Some people like to bend one on one side and one kind of over the bottom. Some people like to do whatever. It doesn't really matter all that much, to be honest. Just get it all bent up. There. That's just so it can't back off. Look at how I bent it. Isn't it pretty? Yeah. I just smashed it around. Okay, so this. Torque back. I guess I didn't put the torque spec on here because I didn't need to unscrew the tie rod, but whatever. Okay, so now when you get our brake caliper bracket, and I put that over here. Okay, let's get this caliper bracket on. Alright. Point show this way. Good. We're going to take our caliper bracket bolts, and remember these are the ones that are threaded basically all the way down. And they go in this hole right. Can you even see? Heck no. Why didn't you say something? You still won't be able to see, but now you're at a new angle. You know, but there's two holes right here. Can't miss them. Pretty easy. Alright. Let's get this thing in. Oh, we need to do the rotor first. You gotta get the rotor on before the bracket. What am I thinking? I was like, this don't look right. I like to put it on backwards first because you know this is a new rotor and they ship with oil on them, and it's easier to spray your brake clean on it. Good. Good. Alright, these brake caliper bracket bolts are 118 Newton meter. This goes, you know, like in between your rotor. Who would have thought, right? Okay. Where's my, there's my, one harsh started. Don't run away, torque spot's not easy. Alright. Snug these down with an electric ratchet. This is a 17 millimeter. Basically everything so far has been a 17. Okay. Alright. So now let's torque it to 118 Newton meters of the Newton. Yes. $118 Newton meter. I don't know what that is in pounds. Probably a lot. Come on. cramp, cramp, cramp. Cramp, cramp, cramp. Good. Of course I'm going to pull it up. Okay, that's good. More. Good. Move. Get out of here. Get you here. Alright. Okay. Alright, now we gotta get these pads on. They're the same on both sides. They go on like this. Okay, I got it. You just have to finagle it in there. It'll be a lot easier to do this if you put the pads in the rotor before putting the bracket on. So that is what I would suggest. And you have to put these silly clips on. Just goes in a hole. Spreads them out, keep them from making noise, I suppose. Keeps them from wearing maturely or something. Immaturely. Too fast. Keeps them from wearing too fast. Hips. Evidently they can also push themselves out. So watch out for that. I'll put these stupid ass things on later. First, I need to compress the caliper. And I don't feel like messing with the bleeder screw because it's probably rusted on there. So I need to get the other side so it won't push out all the way. Because if you push on the caliper on one side and you don't have, and you know the caliper's empty on the other, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, and you really don't want this to happen because it's a real pain in the ass, sometimes it will what did that go to? I have to look in that. Sometimes it'll push the damn caliper out, so yeah. Alright, so I'm going to press this caliper with an old brake shoe and these big old pair of adjustable pliers. They also make tools for this, but you can also use a C-clamp or like a screwdriver. Alright, we got it. How do you like that? good. Didn't like how one of those shoes was sitting in there, so I poked on it. Now it's where I want it to be. Put that one in, hold it. This one in. Fucking hell. These clips are a pain in the ass. You're not even in the hole. Come on, you goddamn caliper son of a bitch. Okay. Stop coming out with your goddamn springy ass. Sucker. Come on, man. There. Shit. Okay. This car does not like being worked on. Where did I put them screws? Bolts is the correct term, but whatever. Seriously, with it. There it is. There it is. Oh, don't you be leaking on me, right? That better just be some crap, mister. Alright, let's torque this down. This is to be torqued to 34 Newton meter. These are a 14 millimeter. Good. that's everything, except for the wheel. Obviously, I'm not going to put that on quite yet because I still have to do the other side. But the torque for the lug nuts on this vehicle is 103 Newton meter. So, there you go.